Events coming out of the Middle East in the last 12 hours with the following post on Truth Social. Quote, us responding to the death of Hamas leader and all the events coming out of the Middle East in the last 12 hours with the following post on Truth Social. Quote, Russia never invaded Ukraine under Trump. Iran never invaded Israel under Trump. Nobody invaded anybody under Trump. China never even thought of invading Taiwan under Trump. Biggest embarrassment ever in Afghanistan would have never happened under Trump. There was no inflation under Trump. What a different world it would be under Trump. So what's the campaign's message on what a Kamala Harris presidency would mean for U.S. foreign policy going forward?
President Donald Trump is absolutely right. Under his leadership, there was historic peace, because there is always peace through strength. And what we're seeing now is chaos on the world stage because Kamala Harris is weak. She has failed. Our adversaries laugh at the Harris-Biden administration. We've seen Russia invade Ukraine. We've seen China embolden. We've seen Hamas attack Israel. I mean, it is so unsafe in the world because Kamala Harris is at the helm, because she propped up Joe Biden and lied about his health for 3.5 years. It's an absolute disaster. It hurts our nation, and it is time to elect President Donald Trump because he said it best. There was peace in his administration, and the world was much safer because of the strength of America.
Politico is reporting that the Israeli government is worried about a potential Kamala Harris administration because she is seen as much more sympathetic to the Palestinian side than even Joe Biden. Under a Trump administration, would Israel have those same concerns?
Killed in Iran strike.
Absolutely not. Kamala Harris is dangerously liberal. I mean, you know, the internet can try to wipe out how liberal she is, right? GovTrack rated her the most liberal senator, more liberal than Bernie Sanders. But Americans know just how radical, just how left she is. We know that now she's trying to walk the line as it relates to Israel and Gaza. But we know that when these attacks happened and when college students and protesters took to campuses to wreak havoc, she supported pro-Hamas sympathizers, and she supported pro-Hamas on college campuses, and it's just an absolute disaster. It's not a worry that we would have under President Trump because he was able to deliver peace in the Middle East through the Abraham Accords when nobody said that was possible. That's the leadership we had under Donald Trump, and that's the leadership that we must return to.
To the border now, VP Harris rallying in Atlanta, the same venue where President Trump and J.D. Vance will campaign at this weekend, and she sort of has a different take on how the whole border mess came about. Let's take a listen.
Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem. So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law. Trump what real leadership looks like.
So a few lies in there. Donald Trump did not kill any border security bill. He has not been in office for the last 3.5 years. That's when that border security bill came out. It was Harris who in 2019 rejected more funding for border patrol agents, and it was Harris who compared ICE to the KKK. So obviously these are lies, but how will your campaign keep these lies from Kamala Harris, specifically on the border, from spreading, especially in those swing states where those voters are looking for that answer, looking for that final determination as to who they're going to pull the lever for, Danielle?
It's laughable that she's trying to rewrite history. Everyone knows that she was the original border czar. And what's best is that she has said it in her own words, talking about decriminalizing border crossings, talking about abolishing ICE. I mean, all of this, she has stated in her own words, we're going to roll back the tapes, we're going to play those clips, because the border was secure under Donald Trump. The floodgates were open under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. It's been devastating for our country, and it came using her own words. I mean, let's be very honest. Yesterday at her event, the crowd was not buying what she was saying. We've now seen clips on social media where they were there because they thought they were there for a concert, and they left as as soon as she started remarking, she cannot gaslight the American people who know her as the original border czar and the original failure at this issue.
Yeah, and she also said that Donald Trump doesn't care about border security. It's probably the most notable comment out of the whole string of what we just played that she said.